Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Frozen Fortunes. Now, let's play some Football Manager. Now, I'm actually recording this on the day because of the whole Easter weekend situation, so happy Easter, those of you that do celebrate Easter, and if you don't, I hope you had a nice weekend. And also, since it's Tuesday, time to thank new patrons. This week we have Yuri and Kavanagh, so massive thank you to you guys for supporting the channel. That is incredibly generous of you. Thank you so much. Now, we've got 4 games to talk about before we get into our 2 final games of the season against Vale and Esbjerg, which I'm not expecting much from those games. We played them earlier in this season, and remember we got, 5-1 against Esbjerg and then 2-1 against Vale, although the 2-1 against Vale did give me hope that maybe we can do something against them in the home game. So first up was against Kurga, and this is probably our worst performance I maybe can remember, in all honesty. We had 5 shots, 3 on target, which, okay, we've had less than that in games before, but we created nothing. And to only get away with a 2-0 defeat in this game was honestly quite amazing. We were woefully inadequate in this match, and I don't know why, but every game we play against Kurga, they seem to have 10,000 people in their home stadium. Now, I don't know if that's actually a true representation or whether there's just a slight glitch in the database. Not that it would be because of me, because I didn't touch them. But it does seem weird that they get 10k for every single home game. Maybe they've just got a very voracious support. And strangely, going straight from probably the worst performance of the save, we went straight into the best performance of this save. Now, we looked good against Helsingør in the home game earlier this year. I think we lost it 3-2, but played very, very well. But look at the results in the stats of this game. We only had 9 shots in the entire game and scored 6 goals. They had 20 and managed 1. But I don't think that's a fair reflection because they did have 11 shots from long range. So to me, I think we were still incredibly clinical out of the shots we had. Pierre-Yves Julien scored an absolute belter on 15 minutes from the edge of the box straight into the top corner, which was amazing. But then a hat-trick from Thomas Afuri, 2 more from Mikael Nygaard. We were 4-0 up before they even got involved in the game, and then grabbed 2 more late on to make it 6-1. Best result in this save so far, and it really does show that we can put teams to the sword when everything goes perfectly to plan for us. Next up, we faced off against Roskilde at home. Now, earlier in this season, we lost 2-1 of them. To them at home, and I figured at the time that that was a poor result, but I noticed that they started to really creep up the league after that as it went. So I think a 2-2 draw against them isn't the worst result because they are battling for the playoff spots. Again, we didn't have that many shots, but created a good number of quality chances from them. I noticed with this tactic a lot of the time, we don't need that many chances to get goals. We don't have a lot of long shots with this tactic as well. I mean, they dominated the game, but again, mostly taking pot shots from range. Emil Nielsen's goals really weren't, you know, they did have some good chances, I have to say, that they still probably could have won the game, but we got a point, and that's the main thing. And I wouldn't have minded about the fact that we had that 2-2 draw against Roskilde at home if it wasn't for the fact that this game then come along and just ruined all my dreams. It climbed into my nightmares and did terrible things. In separate occasions during this game, we were 2-0 up and 3-1 up and still managed to lose. On account of the fact that we conceded 2 penalties, both of which were conceded by Daniel Gregersen. Note the 4.6. I don't know if that beats the record that was set by Rasmus Borup at the last game of last season, or was it the first season? I can't remember. But let me know in the comments if that is the worst score we've had in this save so far, because it sure as hell feels like it. And then the fact that they got 1 more in the 89th minute, it ruined my dreams. Now, what I would say is that for most of the second half, they were battering us. We had a good first period of the game. We took the lead and then made it 2-0, but after that, look at this, the number of chances 35 shots they had in this game. I'm amazed we only lost 4-3, but it's just gutting when you were 2 goals up at 2 separate parts of the game and still can't get the win. Franson, though, did get a pair of goals. It's also worth noting that Marienlyst have won 5 of their last 6 league games and are now sitting in 8th place with 41 points. Who would have seen that one coming? We are 14 points clear. We also have stayed up officially, although you kind of probably could have figured that out one fairly easily. But it really is between us and Skiva battling for that 9th place now. The other sides have just flown away. Now, possibly even more annoying is the fact that Afuri is out away on Ghanaian under-19 or under-20 duty, so he's not going to be available today, and that could be a problem. We're going to play Brendan O'Neill because he's really the sort of the next best striker, although Burja, I don't know. It's really hard to tell. Now, next year, we're going to be shaking up that back 4 and probably moving on, or not moving on, but moving out of the team players like Daniel Gregersen, who, as much as he can pass, he's only a little bit better than the others, and they will improve. We need to make room for some of the youngsters coming through because our defensive ratings are pretty dreadful across the board. We're also going to put Julien in because I like the lad. He's done all right in the games he's played so far. So on the bench, Bisgaard, Sepeo, Bigler, Burja, Betzer. Oh, that's great. Bigler, Burja, Betzer, Benson. Yes! That's a great name for an episode if something relevant happens. It's unlikely today. And Peter Andrews. Despite the fact that we have lost to Vale twice this year, I feel like there's something we can get from them because I'm pretty certain we played both of the games against... No, one of them must have been at home. I feel like there's a chance for us today. It might not be a great chance, but it's there. Yeah, let's go with the no pressure one. We're staying up, but I do want to try and see if we can finish 9th just because of the money. So, question of the day, and today's question is this: what football-based media podcasts and stuff do you listen to? For me, I mean, there's not that many out there. I suppose there's quite a few, but good ones, I guess. Football-ways, I listen to, well, the Football Ramble is my favourite one, by a comfortable margin. Also On the Continent, which is a spin-off of the Ramble. But also, if you're a Fulham fan, I suggest you check out Fulhamish Pod, because that is incredibly good and professional and well done. Oh God, we nearly conceded already. So yeah, do check that out if you're a Fulham fan. It's amazing. If you're not a Fulham fan, probably not good for you. And there's also another podcast called Crime in Sport. It's more of a true crime one, but they do sort of football stuff from time to time, I think. So yeah, what do you guys listen to? Do let me know in the comments, and if you have any ideas for a question of the day, drop those in the comments too with the hashtag QOTD. So, 7 minutes gone. They've had the only real chance of the game so far, which was well saved by Good Johnson. We need to come up with something here. I'd like to see something in this game that will suggest that we can do, I don't know, because, you know, we've got to build for next year, but where are we really building? I mean, obviously we're oh wow. I think that's more of a mistake from the goalkeeper than it is a good goal. It's a good goal from them, but we've only had 30% possession so far in this game. We played so well against them in the away match and only lost 2-1 due to some late goals from them. And today, lumped into the box, and yeah, what is the goalkeeper doing there? We were bound to have a defensive mistake from the goalkeeper eventually, and today seems to be the day. Into the channel for Zizavadze. Macaulay, oh, that's a good touch from him, and oh my goodness, they are looking threatening. Right, we'll give it like sort of 15-20 minutes to let the game settle down and then see where we're at. Okay, so it is now 20 minutes into the match, and they've got 65% possession against us here. It's not looking good, I'm going to be honest. The only thing I am noticing is that we're winning a lot of headers, like a lot of headers. So one thing I would be tempted to do is change our crossing approach from mixed to float them. See if we can win some headers with some of our players up top, because we have won 80% of them so far, and it might be something we can try to exploit. Maybe going long ball would enable that as well. Maybe now's the time to move someone into a target man role. Oh, why are you heading that there? What can we change? Is O'Neill competent? He's not that tall, is he? Who's the tallest of our strikers? Who is the tallest in the land? He's 5'11". I think Brennan O'Neill's only like 5'9". What about Franny? He's 6'1". Maybe move Franson into the middle and then turn him into a target man. And then go a bit more direct. It's a shame there isn't just... Oh, yeah. And then we'll float crosses. Yeah, okay. And Carter, are we going to get a chance in this game? It's Nygaard! Oh, my God. I would feel so bummed if that happened to me at the other end. Genuinely. So I am going to celebrate because we've just equalised against them. But, my Lord. And Carter's ball in. Everybody misses it. Nygaard at the back post scores another one. That could be a goal that puts him towards the golden boot for this year, so I'm appreciating that. We totally don't deserve this, but Nygaard's going to get a chance to bring this down, you know. Can he look over the top for Franson? He's not quite going to get there, he might. Ooh, and another chance there. And they've got a liar in goal, so there's that. Now, someone talked about the idea of us using flexible, potentially, instead of structured. I might experiment with that over the summer, rather than trying to put it in now, because it just might not work for us. Yeah, we're not been the better team, but I'm going to lie to them. And it seemed to motivate Gunnarsson, so we'll take that. And, oh, they've made a change, which is interesting. A half-time change, so they'll have one less sub later on. And Carter, Julian, that is a great pass out for Gunnarsson, he's got there, you know. It's in for O'Neill. Shoot or get off the pot. He had a chance there, either shoot or pass, and he sort of did neither of those two things. Here he is again, back post. Borup! Wow, this second half has really kicked on for us. We could have been 3-0 down in that first half comfortably, and the fact that we're at 1-1 here is surprising. Now, we are winning less headers than before, but that's because obviously we're in more situations where we're having a chance to win them. But we're still winning more than them, which is kind of all I'm really caring about. Oh, wow, that must be offside, surely. It is not offside, it is in fact a goal for them. Damn it. I thought we had all our bases covered here. Turned out not to be. Macaulay just ghosts in behind here, gets the ball, and... Whoa, that was very tight. Very, very tight. But hey, I guess that's just the way it is. Skiva are beating Vencesla as well, which would put us... well, it would basically mean that we come 10th, no matter what happens. It would relegate any chances of us finishing higher than 10th, which is a shame, because we've been 9th virtually all season. Good Johnson. Got to look for something here. Lassen. Got a man out wide. Use him. There we go. Right, now we need a ball over the top. I might put pass into space on, because that's a situation where passing into space could have been far more beneficial for us than what actually happened. Macaulay, I know if they have actually got two Macauleys. He's gone straight round him. Great block, but he's going to come straight back at us. Jensen Appel. Macaulay. Round the side. Vagic. Great save from Good Johnson. Okay, they're starting to build the pressure again now. Maybe we should try a bit more flexible for the rest of this game, just to give it a crack here, because we're not going to get a win, I think, playing the way we are, or anything from this game, to be honest, so we might as well try something out. We've basically got a couple of free hits against some good sides. Vagic, Gregerson, oh my life. Gregerson is really, he needs to be put out to pasture now. Okay, can we make some changes first? Nygaard's played all right. Nobody's played that badly apart from Daniel Gregerson, to be honest. Borup hasn't been excellent. Have we got anyone on the... Yeah, we got Betzer. Betzer could slip in there. Maybe Benson in the middle for Julien? We'll leave it at that for now, and I'm also going to change it to flexible and see if it makes any difference for us. I don't think it will in one game, but I'm prepared to stand corrected. I actually can't remember which one of these is the one that changes the mentality. There it is, flexible. Right, let's see what happens with 23 minutes on flexibility, but we've not trained this, so I think we'll struggle personally. I'd be tempted to go overload as well if we get to the point where we're only a goal down and we've got like 10 minutes to go. Oh, bloody hell. That reminds me of that goal they scored against us in one of the earlier games where, oh, here we go. Franson, go on, in behind O'Neill. Look over the top for... It's a bit slow. He's still going to get there, though. He might be able to dig one out here. Can he? Ball in. Cleared away. O'Neill. Oh, look out wide. Here we go. Gunnarsson. Nygaard. Oh, Laya with the big save. We've still created a few little inkly chances here and there. And now Alan Franson has pulled his groin. So he is coming off immediately. Yeah, okay. We're not risking Alan Franson. Yeah, let's go with Big Bigler. Get him on. Gunnarsson clears. Up to O'Neill. Right, we've got a chance now. Men in behind Franson. Look for Nygaard. Ah, not quite. Right, knock that down. Larsson's done well. He'll probably now give it away. Campbell. There we go. Better. Much better. Better. Betzer over the top. Nygaard's in here, you know. He's through. Oh, what a chance that was. Right, we're going overload for the final moments of this game. We're going to close down a bit more and go a bit more route one. I think they could probably feel a bit hard done by if they don't win this game. Ball over the top for Rasmus Bigler. Can he do it? He's in. Oh, my goodness, what a chance again. 10 minutes to go. Benson brings it down. He's got to shoot. And Carter. It's in the back. That is so incredibly unlucky from their point of view. Kerim Memiya has scored an own goal for... Bloody hell. That's unfortunate. I'd feel very sorry for both the goals that we've scored against them, really. Benson, lovely ball inside, and Carter takes a touch. A terrible deflection, and it's in the bottom corner. Can we... I'm going to switch it to attacking, because I don't want to take my foot off the gas entirely. But I do kind of wonder if we could maybe kick on, because we're playing some quite good football at the moment, and we might just be able to find a trickly through goal or something. We've had a bit of luck today. Let's see if it continues. It's really hard to say if this has had anything to do with the sort of change in styles and whatnot today. But it does certainly bode well, because it does look like we're about to take a point off the league-winning side at home, which is not bad. And the first point we've taken from them this year. And plus, with Skiva losing, there's still a chance if we can win away at the second place side. Seems unlikely. Uh-oh, Vagic is through. There we go. Great defending. Oh, go on. Look long. O'Neill. Oh, well, that looks like it's about to be it, but I would happily take a 2-2 draw against Vale. That's a really good result. Bit shithousey from us, but we got the result. Now, I did want to quickly stop in and have a look at some of the loanees. So, Haukar Jakobsen, 12 goals he's scored so far out on loan. Only one goal, of course, for Hinrichsen, but still, great results all around for him. Niall Porter also having a lovely time out there. Ronnie Carter obviously is on loan to us. But it's nice to see some of our players out on loan doing well. The Ringsted ones seem to be the ones that are performing the best. Laddock Colding, not quite so good. Leestrup players, not performing well at all. So sending players on loan to Ringsted seems to be the one if you want to get them some good football in a team that are playing quite well. Since we like to show profiles of players, this is Michael Gravgord. You might remember him from the youth intake a few years ago. He's out on loan at the moment, and... Oh, no, he's not. He was out on loan last year. I swear he was. I feel like I've definitely sent him on loan. Yeah, he was on loan to Ringsted, but I couldn't send him back out because I only sent him out for 3 months. Played all right, though. So, yeah, I think he is improving quite nicely, and hopefully we should be able to start getting him some first-team football soon as well. Now, Franson is still carrying a knock. He's returned to full fitness imminently, but not quick enough for today. So we might end up with him on the bench, but I'm going to put Ofori in, so it doesn't really matter. Ofori will play in the middle, though, and O'Neill in the wing, although I am really tempted to just try something totally out here and put Bigler in instead, because O'Neill has not impressed me much. It's like Shania Twain. Benson is starting to flourish in here, though, as a 3-star player, so that's nice to see. Do I want Julien in there? I think I'd prefer to have Ingolfsson and Carter. Yeah, he's playing well. I want to give us a chance in this game. I'm going to go with Campbell and Larsson and drop Gregerson for this one, because he really has underperformed lately. And we're also going to put in Betzer instead of Borup. Right. And yeah, we'll just try that. We might as well give it a go. Be interested to see what happens today. Who knows? Also, those of you who seem to like the idea of the analysis video, it won't be back for the end of this season. It'll have to come back for the end of next season's fixtures. So that's fine, because obviously I can't schedule it in as easily. Some people were sort of thinking like I was offering like a new episode. That wasn't really what I'm doing. This isn't. This is a bonus thing kind of thing. It doesn't take the place of one of the original videos. It will be an additional video. So you'll still get the standard 3 episodes a week, plus an extra one the day after the final day of the season, whenever that is, basically. I do want to ramp up the number of episodes per week, but that's something I'm going to have to do slowly over time, and I can't do that at all until at least the middle of May, because I'm going to disappear entirely for a week. You'll still get videos during the week, I just won't be around, so it means I'm going to have to record ahead, and I don't want to have to record even more ahead. So yeah, it's going to be difficult. I might actually be tempted to put it on flexible. That's something I was going to do actually at the start of the game. Let's do this now. We might as well give this a crack, see what it's like here. Because apparently the reason for that is that the gap between our midfield and strikers, and I agree that there is a gap. My issue is often that I don't know how to fix that. Now, the problem is they're playing a 4-3-3 as well. So this game could get a bit dicey with the number of goals. We're sort of working our way into things rather than... Oh. And then the early goal from Ramkilde. Oh dear. Right, we're going to do what we do. Head it over to attacking. Push the more direct passing. I might just have to start setting this as the kind of default with this tactic, but I don't really want to do that because I feel like this is sort of a, if things, you know, in case of fire, break glass kind of situation rather than a starting tactic. They are a very good side. I thought they would be the champions of this league, in all honesty. I think that they've messed, there we go, it's 2-0 now, and Fleesum, or Vilsum, has made it 2. They're really good, and then again, we came from 3-0 down against them here earlier this season. So it could still be on the cards, but it's not looking like it at the moment, guys. I'm going to kind of do what we sort of did in the last game, and that's just move this player to a target man, particularly as we've got a Fury in there as well. I'm not sure what we're like in terms of the air. We'll check that in the stats in a minute. Headers won. We're still winning more headers than them, so I might be tempted to try and go with the more target man approach. Okay, what is number 21 doing here? Why doesn't Bigler go towards the ball there? That seems really weird. Still got... There's 3 players on one guy and they can't make a tackle. Don't foul it. Oh, my life. Ollie Betzer. That's the second time he's done that. We could be 3-0 down here inside half an hour. Vilsum, it's 3-0 to Esbjerg. Right, what other changes can I make? We're going to put it onto float crosses. See if we can't do something there. Gunnarsson, over the top for Rasmus Bigler. Can he knock it inside? There's a bit of space now. Ofori, he has to find Nygaard. One touch. And it's a poor finish, but at least it was something. And now Mikkel Nygaard is injured. Last day of the season, I'm tempted to get Franson in. I know he's carrying a slight knock, but it's the last game of the year, and maybe he could do something amazing for us. A Fury with a chance as well there, maybe. It looked a little bit better since a few of the changes have been made, but now that Nygaard's injured, I don't see where the goals are going to come from, unfortunately. They are just pure and simple a much better side than us. We're winning more headers. Not as many tackles. Passes completed is just nowhere near. I'm tempted to do what we did last time and just throw it on attacking and see what happens. Yeah, let's go out and get revenge. They seem motivated by that. We're going to throw it on, not attacking, we're going to throw it on overload for the second half and just see. It's the final day of the season. You never know what could happen. It worked for us last time. The chances of this working twice in one season are virtually nil, but you never know. Cleared away. Be slightly higher line. Try and pen them into their half a little bit. Not that that's likely to happen with us, but it might just close the gap between strikers and midfield a little bit. Gunnarsson, Bigler. Rasmus Bigler. He really does love a selfish chance. Franson with the free kick. Oh my god, we've actually had a free kick that's hit the post. Very close to the first one ever in the league. Bigler does brilliantly there. Franson, he has to look for... Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Ingolfsson, Ofori, he's too wide to shoot, surely. Oh, he very nearly squeezed it in the bottom corner anyway. We look really disjointed in that move. Bigler's having a terrible, terrible game so far. 5.9 for a striker. You know what? We're just going to do it. And Carter's coming off. We're going to get Julian in as well. And I'm going to bring Peter Andrews in just to see what this lad can do for us. It's the final game of the season. Nothing will hurt us anymore. Well, nothing that we do anyway. Screw it. We're going route 1. And now Oliver Betts has picked up an injury as well. We're going to have to take him off. This has not been a good day for injuries. It really hasn't. Is that 3 injuries in one game? Oh, no, 2, isn't it? Campbell looks long for a Fury. He's got to win that. He looked for Franson instead. Into the channel for Peter Andrews. Andrews is in. Sorry. That just sums up this game in a nutshell. That finish there from Peter Andrews. Julian. Franson looks over the top. A Fury's in. Can he do something here? He's hit the bar as well. Clutching at straws trying to find positives here. But what I would say is we might have only had 9 shots, most of which were from long range, and yet we've still managed to create a couple of good chances, which does give me a little bit more confidence in us. The fact that we're still able to do that in games where we are getting totally just annihilated. Ramkilde out on the wing again. Slips around the side for Gemma. And saved again from Johnson. Peter Andrews brings it down to a Fury. He's got a man over the top for Franson if he fancies it. He could go alone here. Out for Gunnarsson. Go on, ball in. Somebody. Ball in. Oh, dear. Nothing. Woeful performance overall. Still amazed at how we didn't concede more than 3 goals, frankly. So I guess there's that. So there we have it, the final league table. And notice how Franson has now slipped to 3rd overall in that. He's been top all season and just gets pipped by massive amounts on the final day by both of those two. That's such a shame. But he is still top assister, and Nygaard will be top scorer. So we come 10th. 36 points. I wanted 33. We've done that. That's what we needed to do, which means money, 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 money. In case people were interested, the Superliga is currently looking like this, with Copenhagen obviously going to win it. Relegation stage, all groups at the moment. It's really hard to tell. I can never get to grips with the rules on that one. It's very complicated. And just looking at there's a helicopter flying over again. The lower division promotion stage, Arbe and Nyköping are the ones coming up, and going out of that division are going to be Liseng, Van Loos, Varda, and HIK. Now, it's hard to tell from where I'm sitting, but I'm pretty certain this episode might have been quite a long one, so I do kind of apologise for that. I do try to keep them under 25 minutes if I can. So, if you have enjoyed this episode and this season, our first season in the 2nd tier, be sure to hit a like on the video, that'd be amazing. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be amazing as well. And I will see you guys in the next episode for some transfer window goodies. Unfortunately, we're still unlikely to be able to sign anyone from Denmark, so we'll just have to keep doing what we do. We've got a load of players coming in. Hopefully we'll find a couple more gems as we start to bring in the young guard again and start to move on some of the older lads and really start to build this squad along. Hopefully get some loan players too. See you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.